Okay, this is a bit of a quick video. This radio is going over to the United Kingdom, and it's a FT2000D, DMU2000, and obviously hooked up to a monitor, external power supply with the FP2000. And I just realised something. We need to get a little bit better light here. This is not great. Right, hang on. Okay, hopefully you're seeing it a little bit better. Don't ask what I had to do. This I'm fully loaded on my benches over here with radios at the moment, and I was running out of space, and this light wasn't doing it, and so I've had to set up portable little light. Anyway, that's okay. I just wanted a little bit more light on the subject, and because this is really an instructional video. Whoops, sorry. It'd be better if I get up. More of an instructional video just on how the DMU connects. Now, as you can see, I've got a signal into it at the moment, and very exciting. I hate that we're using this monitor because this is not the right monitor for me to give you a really good test, but I can show you as I bring the signal down on this. We're going to take it down to about 115 dBm, so about 0.5 a microvolt. Let's have a look here, and there we go. Hang on, we went way below that. Now just let's just go to FM. That's better. I haven't got a tone coming through. Oh, I see. Tone. Oh, I'm really on the wrong monitor. Hang on. Much better when you turn the actual tone on. So we're putting through 0.562 of a microvolt there, which is really, really good stuff. I reckon we'll get down lower. Let's have a look. Oh, hang on. To do that, we'd have to go back to RF generator, go back to level. That's better. See how far down we can go. Still hearing the tone. Still hearing the tone, getting noisy. Out there, sort of a touch point. Let's have a look. In dBm, that's minus 114. That's more than acceptable. That's really good. All right, so let's go back to microvolt. But as you can see, as we sit around that 0.5, it's really noise-free, which is what we want. And as we bring that up, we should be able to see the signal, and we'll also see the signal here increasing on our little scope. Now you can change these colours quite dramatically. As you can see, I just overloaded there. You can see the overload. And as I change the frequency here, you'll see how that carrier moves away. But now at the moment we're only using one half of this, so we can use both halves. We'll set that up in a second. Get rid of some noise. Now obviously, a couple of things I just want to go through here. Well, that's all very nice, but you don't need to hear that. Now, this video is for a mate of mine. As I said, this radio is going over to the UK, and I want to make sure that he knows how to set it up. And the easiest way to do that was to do a video. Okay, so what have we got? The DMU, you've got to remember, is like a full computer. All right, so when you start your DMU up, if you're expecting it to be up and running in 3 seconds, no, think of it as a computer. It needs to go through, needs to do its preloads, needs to get itself ready, and it needs to actually be in a position where it says, oh yeah, yep, okay, everything's preloaded, bang. You'll see the screen. It'll say booting on the screen. Wait for it to boot. The idea is turn the radio on. Radio communicates through to here, sure, but this is off. So then basically turn this on. Now, a couple of things to remember about the DMU2000s. DMU2000s don't boot from the front, okay? They turn off and on from the front, but let's say you get yourself into a whole lot of mischief, and you really just want to get yourself, well, you'll need to turn the rear switch off of the DMU to actually to do that. Now, on the back of the DMU, let's see if we've got enough cable here. Yep, we do. Yep, fantastic. So there's a cable here that says TRX for transmit, and that basically goes through from the DMU, and this is the only connection to the radio that's required. It goes through to here, in the middle here. There's 3 holes here on the back. Hang on, try and get these cables out the way. It's a little bit difficult to do it the way I'm doing it here, but you'll see how it's written there. You've got Tune DMU PGM. It's the one in the middle there. All you're doing is putting the cable from the TRX point over here straight over into it. Obviously this cable here from VGA goes to your VGA monitor, which is pretty simple. So power up. So that's as simple as the DMU is. It's not difficult, but it is important if you've never done one to just remember the procedure of the DMU. Some people, I've actually had them say, my DMU is not working. And I'll just say, all right, go through the process, you know, tell me what you're doing. And generally we'll find out that their major issue is that they have not waited long enough for it to boot up. And because they're just, I'll ask them, what's on screen? And they'll say, oh, booting. Yeah, all right, wait. And, you know, 15, 20 seconds later, what's on screen? Oh, well, it's got all these Yaesu screens. Yeah, funny about that. Anyway, look, you know, all for new players, absolutely. Now, let's just sort of go through a couple of things. I'll just get set up for this. Now, what I've done is actually, I wanted to show you something. I was actually going to go off and I ended up moving the radio, moving some stuff back. I just couldn't see it properly where I was. And I thought, oh, this is just shocking. But anyway, so what I've done, which I'll have to go set a setting I set the other day for this particular chap, but I've reset the radio, and I've done that on purpose because I want to show you how what you see down here is explained so well when you've got a DMU. So here you've always got to look up your book and say, all right, what's this mean? What's this mean? What's this? Blah, blah, blah. Over here, look at this. You know, you can see that your TFT color is cool blue on 007. You know, as you can go through, and you see on the side there the marker. That'll actually show you which one you're actually on. So if you want to, let's say, go from, let's come down, and the TFT color, if you want to go from cool blue, now to change, you're using this fella here. So basically, changing there. So cool blue, contrast blue, oops, contrast, no, wrong. Contrast what? Umber, flash white, etc., etc. You can change your colors. Now, look, fortunately, this is changing it all on here. It's not changing it here, it's changing all your different preference colors here. Okay, so I like the cool blue on the TFT color, so that's good. But it's just nice that you can see so much from here when you're going through your menus. As you go down, it's all sitting here ready to go, all for your rotators, etc. And keep in mind, with this unit, you can actually hook up rotators. You can hook up, you know, this can do so many auto different levels. And as we're going through here, tracking TX timeout timer, which, you know, I'm a big fan of putting TX timeout timers on. I really am, actually, while we're here. You know, when things go wrong sometimes and you're not concentrating, and, you know, or the cat steps on your microphone button, I think having a 5-minute TX timer could save your PA possibly, you know, sort of all the embarrassment. I think it's more the embarrassment I'd be trying to and trust me, I get times when the cats jump into the room and I'm like, oh, you know, it gets me a bit worried. As you can see, these radios are, there's a lot of different menus in them. Now, and I would also say that the FT2000 is not for everybody. They're a very complicated radio in a lot of different ways, and as you see, you know, sort of a lot of keying and data in, data out, blah, 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 etc., etc. I mean, look at that. You know, you're actually controlling your FM mic gain there. See, here you're seeing oh, hang on, sorry, we're not on mic gain there. Hang on, go back to, I was going to say, what are they saying there? It should say mic select. Yeah, mic select. You see mic select there. And, you know, and you do see F3E, but see on here, it actually says front, which is, I just think, you know, looking at the screen makes your life just a little bit easier. Now, I was going to just look for, just trying to remember the, you actually got to set the amplifier keying out on this, I think from memory. Oh, where was it? Oh, I'll find it in a minute. Anyway, look, it's just something I need to set up. Did it the other day. Oh, there we go. Sorry, so menu 146. You got to remember, if you want to TX ground, so RCA plug to basically RCA plug to RCA the amplifier, it won't work until you put 146 and you enable. So you want to enable that there. Otherwise, you know, you're not going to get any amps working. correctly. So there we go. Look, that's just a bit of a brief look at just what this screen can do. It's it's handy to have this ability. It makes a very menu-driven radio easier, I think, with the DMU. No question about that. All right, so let's get to some of the more fun bits of the display, which I think are a bit of fun. So it'll default basically. Hang on, sorry. Bang. Yes, that's better. Right. When you push the display button in down the bottom, now I've already done it, so we're already there. This is what will get you into these bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buttons, 7 buttons, sorry. Will get you into various modes. So let me just run you through. So F1 is obviously your world time here, and you can set up for all around the world. Absolutely brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Then we've got our spectrum scope. Now, obviously the spectrum scope, what's happened here, somebody set it up to basically look at one side. Now we'll reset that. I won't worry about going and doing that right now, but it'll take the video a little bit longer because I've got to remember how to do it. Anyway, then you had that's the other thing. The DMU2000 takes a keyboard, so you definitely can put a keyboard in there and log and put in. So you've already got the frequency up there, so you're just going to be put date, time, call, blah blah blah. You can get it all default to 59, blah blah blah. So nice that you can do that. Then we go across and just looking at radio status, etc. Various temps, and look, this is probably not a screen you're going to use very often, to be honest. But now this one's an interesting one if you've got a YAESU rotator, because yep, as you can see here, you can actually hook up into it and control your rotator, which is kind of nice because then you can have all your memory sitting here, etc., etc., etc. So, but as you can see. Sorry, I'm playing around with menus now. Memories down. I shouldn't have done that. Sorry, hang on, because now it wants to save that, doesn't it? Anyway, hang on. Let me get myself back. Look, this is worth showing you because where I got myself caught into, the key is to go back to what is the display mode. So you're basically going to hit that. Right. So then we're stuck. Now we're back into display mode by holding the display button for 2 seconds. So that's your toggle. As you can see, I'm toggling in and out of it. Now, ideally, you want this all up here if you're going to be changing screens so that we can go back to our map. And that's just using this fella here. No, I didn't hit map, did I? No, there's map with the time, etc., etc., and the date zones, etc., etc., all there. So, anyway, this gives you a bit of an idea just how much versatility this thing has got. Now, I haven't got an antenna on here at the moment. Now, this is an audio scope, so we're not going to see much at all. No. Hang on. Back to there. Oh yeah, see we very low level, because I'm putting such low level into it. Let's have a look. If we have a look here. My level, is that one? Hang about. So I jumped out of that screen. I was over here. We were having a look at the audio screen, but something made me think, hang on, let's just have a little look. Now, I want to just check out the RF screen, and where it gets interesting is that you can, you got to count your keys a little bit here. So see how I'm setting up the graphics here, and I'm saying, right, what do I want to look at? So there I'm looking at 10 kilohertz, so it's obviously quite a wide signal. I'm on center fix there, my tone at 7100. But then what I do, and I'm using my buttons down the bottom here, 1, 2, 3, so imagine that's key 1, key 2, key 3, etc. Same thing here. So if I want to change my span, I'm going to key 2, and I'm basically saying, right, well, let's make the span more. So I've gone to 500 kilohertz span there, and which is probably what you're going to set at, as a more reasonable sort of level. And I'd probably like to have an antenna on this actually, just to do the final little bits to show you a couple of features. But you're getting the idea on how the DMU it actually works quite easily. I can't get a full 200 watts into this because I'm a 150 watt unit, but let's just go to TX test while we're here for a minute, and let's turn our RF generator off because it's annoying me. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. As you can see, it shows a transmit signal on here. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 1 2 1 2, and we need to turn our power up because someone's been clever and turn it down, which is good. I agree with that, by the way. I think, but yeah, loads of power coming out. Hang on. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Just don't want to blow up my little machine here. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I'm just keeping it about 100 watts. Oh no, it's going way over, as you can see. I can't do that for long. You know what happens next. But as you can see, hang on, very quick hit. Hello, hello, hello. No, I don't think it's going to catch it. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. It doesn't like it. Yeah, no. Let's not do that. Anyway, heaps of power out of these things. They are grunty little beasts. But anyway, let's just see if we can have a quick look at a live display of it actually working. I like that better than all these test equipment tests. Hang on. Okay, bit of noise. Much better than listening to one of these things. Now, Steve will be up soon on the...
Two DI boxes, which go direct to the radio. One mic draw, and
now see the difference here? We can attenuate. So key 3. Want to go to key 3, which is that one? We attenuate. We attenuate. Much better. We can actually see what's happening on the band a lot better. Now obviously you can change all these colours.
But I had a lot of problems with the flute, and as you...
What if Steve's up there yet? What time is it?
The button on it. The other ones I can get away with. I can run them direct. But the other good thing with it, it's nice...
I'll just turn that mic gain a bit down a bit. I had that pumped up a bit.
There's an attenuator on the...
Oh, ref power's alright. We can legally run 200 watts, that's no problems.
I can pull it down to...
But as you can see, the band's busy, but it's also noisy. You can see that where it's showing us the memory noise.
And the audio is a bit high from the sound card interface. I just pull it in the attenuator.
Now, once again, if we want to go back and out of this, hold display. Sorry, I said that wrong then. Display for a second, momentary. So momentary to go from toggle into the screen you're into to change. There we go. So now we're back to going map, RF scope, audio, logbook, a lot of stuff. I mean, you can see your roofing filters here, to be fair. You can keep it on where they're going, etc, etc, etc. Notch, etc. Yeah. Probably won't use that screen as often, to be very honest. And your rotator.
Take the opportunity to pull the front, Tony, and everyone.
All right, I don't think Steve's on there yet. Is it 7132 the net's on? I've got to remember now. I'm going to have to, actually, I'm going to be going for tea myself, so I'll probably come into Steve's net a little bit late tonight. It's Tuesday night, guys. It's the net. What's the name of it again? Jeez, I'm having a mental blank. Sundowner net, jeez. Oh, don't know what's wrong with me. No, it looks like just no one there.
Anyway, I'll catch you a bit later, Chris, unless you want to go up or down.
A few stations there. Definitely the band's busy, but see how the scope is so exhaustive. See, this is where it's better than a lot of the scopes that are out there. I quite like... And I've got to be very honest with you, I've got one coming up from Gisborne. Mate of mine down in Gisborne has sold me a 2000 with a DMU that I actually want to expressly put in my own shack just to have a bit of a muck around with. We see a lot of these. We've seen probably... we've seen good and bad too, by the way. You know, look, I don't want to tell you that FT2000s haven't had their problems over the years, but I can say that when they're working, they're brilliant. Beautiful audio off these things. And I'm not even using the SP2000 speaker. This, it's really nice. From the US. Now, look at the filtering on these things. And see, that's the thing. You can monitor your filtering up here, see where you're at. Good signal from the US. Anyway, you get the idea. Look, I won't try to make a contact with anybody right now. I'll just come here and do a test. VK3 Charlie Mike testing on 7115. Oh, actually, I've got my TX, hang on, so there's a trick for new players. Turn off your, right, I had my TX RIT XIT, so keep an eye on there. It's 1, 2, 3, VK3 Charlie Mike right on frequency now. Low test, anybody hearing us here? Very doubtful. They're all on frequency, getting ready for nets, I think, but anyway, beautiful radio. Anyway, you get the idea. I don't want to go on forever about something that I haven't spent a lot of time on. And look, that's being the honest truth here. I'm new to DMUs. So, as you saw, I sort of fumbled through a few bits of it because, honestly, it's not something I've used a lot of. I think I used one way back in the days when we sold these new. But, yeah, it's been a long, long time. So, for me, I've had to fumble through, hold the display for 2 seconds, right, bang, that gets you into the map, RF scope, AF scope. And as you saw, I still didn't set up the AF scope completely correctly. I, can't remember how to set that up. So, there'll be things there to attenuate. And I'm guessing that, well, actually, a very quick guess. I'm guessing that when you go into that AF scope, you then have to hit display for a couple of seconds. No, so then we go, right, okay, sorry. So we hit display for a second, and then we're now into our modes where we can attenuate on taking it. But hang on, now I'm learning as I go here. I don't know this side of it at all. So I'm just having a quick play, only because I want to make a fool of myself. Do I need to attenuate that? So 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got to work out 2, 3, 4. Level, right. Sweep. So okay, sorry, I'm seeing all the changes up here. Better to keep an eye on some of these screens actually, because there's... look at our problem. Source is VFO-B, which at the moment is on 6 megs, and we want to be source as VFO-A, so how do we change that? That one? Oh yeah, there we go. VFO-A, look at that. Okay, so that was our problem. It's sometimes worth having a shot at looking like an idiot, just to see if you can get it right. Now we're attenuating a little bit here, see if we can just, and we want to change our level over here. Yeah, that's better. We're starting to sit right. Okay, so once again, 9 times out of 10, when you're trying to understand something, just keep pushing buttons. Don't stop pushing buttons. No. Read the manual like I did, to be fair. But yeah, look, I think that the DMU is a very underrated device. I mean, look at this. Yeah, okay, now I'm starting to see what it's doing. Alright, so if we want to go out of that and back to RF scope, we hit the display once, we go back to our band, and there we are. I don't know what you think, but I think the DMU is a very underrated box because it really was a computer that went on to the FT2000. And look, I'm going to be honest, as I have been this whole video, I am not an expert. Don't watch this video and think, oh my God. I mean, it'd be pretty obvious. I don't know them completely very well, but as I've been learning about it, I think it's intuitive and I think it doesn't take long. And before you know it, you've actually, things like that mistake I had just before where, we were on VFO-B and then we were just getting a whole lot of rubbish. Well, of course, these are tricks for new players. But as I said, I've got my own coming in. Pete Colley's coming up with that. And Pete, love you, mate. I just, it has not been a hurry, but I must say, Pete has been through a really tough time. So those of you that know Pete well, you know what I'm talking about. I don't want to put his private stuff on a video too much, but I do want to say I love the guy. He's up here on Thursday, and we're going to get him out on the track walk for a bit of fun. Might even see how we go. I've still got the Corvette under a what do you call it? Under a permit. That's the word. Yeah, anyway, although I think he'll have more fun the track walk. Anyway, that'll be our fun on the day, and it'll be good to. And I think VK3OZY is coming up as well, so it'll be a good day. Good to catch up with everybody. And Pete, get well soon, mate. I know you've been through a bloody hard time. It's been no fun. Pete, look, you know what? Pete's one of those guys that does anything for anybody. He's one of those hams where he's in that top 5% by a mile, and he just is someone who will help anybody, helps me all the time, runs after me, and then apologises when he's in hospital having some serious surgery done. Apologises that he couldn't make it, and I'm like, mate, come on. Anyway, we're surrounded by some really good hams in this country, and there's some good people. I know I mentioned the odd, one that I just think needs to get therapy, but they're pretty minimal. You get generally most of people that really just want to help you and try and get you to enjoy the hobby more, and they've got really good motives, Anyway, okay, so enough on Brenton's Psychology 101 of the narcissistic ham radio operator that exists up and down the Hume Highway. Let's get back to saying goodbye to this radio and goodbye to the DMU. Hopefully you've got the idea that it's very, very simple to set up. We've got all the boxes and bits to get this all packed into, and I've got to take a journey tomorrow and get this on board to go to the UK. So yeah, look, pretty good when gear doesn't stay in Australia, isn't it? Sort of like, we're trying to keep it here. But yeah, but a very good mate of mine moving back to the UK. Look, it's become fairly general knowledge, so you guys who know who it is, great, and you guys who don't, well, probably don't know him, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, certainly great to be able to just make sure everything's doing what it should be doing on here. Now, we did set the yeah, I think we did. Yeah, no, we did. We turned the relay on for the amplifier and everything. Yes, all right, it's okay. So I'm just having a mental moment. Just want to make sure, because when I did the reset, I'd already done that for him, but then I realised, hang on, that's not going to work if, anyway. All right, fantastic. Good to have a bit of a play and to learn about the DMU2000 with you. And I'll do another video on this when I know it a lot better. And when I get my own personal unit up here, this is not mine, by the way. This is this chap's. So please don't. Yeah, I know we've had a few, but we haven't got that many that so we've got them coming out of our backside. But yes, this is a really nice unit. All right, 73s, and we shall catch you all again soon. This is VK3 Charlie Mike. Please subscribe. Thank you. There's been really a good response to the subscriptions. Noticing we get to see what the overseas versus Australians are, and really big thank you to the overseas. There's been a lot of overseas subscribers, quite a few hundred just recently. It really helps our algorithm stuff and all that rubbish, but no, it really does. So thank you very much, and much appreciated. All right, 73s, VK3 Charlie Mike, all the best.